So welcome to Around the World to Antigua and Barbuda. I'm Sheila Budoff with Arlington County 55 Plus, and I'm delighted to welcome you. And this program is being recorded. It will be posted on the Arlington County 55 Plus YouTube channel as time permits. Our speaker will be spotlighted so that only she appears in the recording. You're viewing this program on the Virtual Center for Active Adults platform, VCAA, which is a partnership of local Northern Virginia jurisdictions that share free virtual programming for older adults and adults with disabilities in our area. So why a program about Antigua and Barbuda, and why now? Well, if you didn't know, June is Caribbean American Heritage Month. So we are celebrating with a virtual trip to Antigua and Barbuda. With us today to talk about Antigua and Barbuda is Susan Coulton, Business Development Manager for Antigua and Barbuda's official tourism authority, the National Governmental Tourism Board for these beautiful Caribbean paradises. In addition to her role with the official tourism authority, Susan is also a travel consultant for Travel Dreams Unlimited, a private travel agency. We're going to save time for questions at the end. Please feel free to enter your questions in the chat as we go along. We'll hold them then and address them all at the end. So seatbelts fastened. We're going to Antigua and Barbuda with Susan Coulton.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Susan Coulton. like she said, I am the Antigua and Barbuda District Sales Manager, Business Development Manager here in the Northeast Corridor. And I'm here just to tell you a little bit about Antigua. Antigua and Barbuda is a lovely, lovely destination. Let me just start here. I'm going to proceed on. Just go back here. All right. Okay, so tell me if you hear the music.
Yes, excellent.
Here we go. Let's try this one more time.
Surely would be nice. See the black in the flag that you see, for the people, for the strength, for the unity. See the blue that is blue as the sea. So pure and so clean, so much serenity. Anything that you want, you can find it about ya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Forget your troubles and come take a load off your shoulder. Tell me, what do you see? Wouldn't it be nice to be bathing in the sun? Antigua may come from 365, we have beaches all around. Antigua may come from. Come on down if you want to have some fun. Antigua may come from. Let's keep on grooving till we're upside down. Antigua may come from. Feel the weight disappear from your shoulders when your feet touch the ground. Feel the energy, feel the richness and the culture that surrounds you. So delicious is the foods and its variety. And if you want to escape, this is the place to be. Oh yes, enjoy the sun and the beach and the sweet cool breeze. Tell me, how do you feel? Wouldn't it be nice to be bathing in the sun? Antigua may come from 365, we have beaches all around. Antigua may come from. Come on down if you want to have some fun.
And that is our new song that we have that was made this past year, about Antigua and Barbuda. So it is definitely a beautiful island. We are a twin island destination. I have one more video here. This is where we're located in the Leeward Islands. We're a twin island destination. Antigua is 108 square miles. The population's about 90,000 people. We have 366 beaches. We have a beach for every day of the year and one for leap year because we didn't want to discriminate. Our twin island, Barbuda, lies 27 miles northeast of Antigua. It's 62 square miles. It has untouched white and pink sand beaches. So actually, in Barbuda, because some people go, oh, I never heard of that. That's where Lady Di used to vacation when she was alive. And she stayed at a place called the K Club. And that's what makes Barbuda famous, I guess. This is how you can get there. You can fly from all different areas from Atlanta. Of course, from the Washington area, you change planes in Miami or Charlotte to get there. And then you would arrive at our beautiful airport, which is a state-of-the-art airport. Our fast track service, we offer fast track service in Antigua just in case that you would ever want to come. You can be fast tracked through and get through customs and immigrations very quickly. But Antigua is a special island. It's a very safe island and it gives you an authentic Caribbean experience. Antigua, of course, it's under British rule. It's its own country, but it's still under the British, the British rule. It operates on the Eastern Caribbean dollar. However, the US dollar is accepted everywhere. We have lots and lots of things to do. There's something for everybody in Antigua, and you just need to have a passport to get in that's valid for 6 months or longer. I guess if anybody wants to get married or remarried, you can actually, there's no waiting period in Antigua. So you could come to Antigua, get married the same day, and leave the next day as well. Okay, we offer lots of things to do in Antigua. It's really a special place. There's just, for families, for adults only. It's got a lot of history. Just lots of fun, exciting things to do, and it's a very diverse island because we actually have a mini rainforest in the middle of the island. So you could be ziplining in the morning, and you could be at the beach in the afternoon. But we also offer things like going to swimming with the stingrays, kiteboarding. We have circumnavigation cruises. We offer, of course, I just said the zip lining. We have a donkey sanctuary. We have buggies. We have horseback riding. We offer golf. There's one golf course in Antigua. We also have Nelson's Dockyard, which was deemed a UNESCO site in 2016. It's one of my favorite places to go. It was in the video with the Marine Museum, little cobblestone streets. And, this is where Lord Nelson came and stayed and they conquered the French. This is how they fought off the French. And it's really just a unique little spot to go to. We also offer at the top of this, which is all part of the state park, Shirley Heights. Every Sunday, there's a barbecue party at Shirley Heights. It's the longest running barbecue party in the Caribbean. So everybody comes up there to watch these amazing sunsets. They have chicken ribs, lobster, great potato salad. They have a steel band music from 3 to 6. And then they have live music from 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock in the evening for your dancing pleasure or anything you'd like to do. So there again, it's everybody speaks English in Antigua. And we just got voted one of the safest destinations to travel to, like the top 8 islands in the Caribbean. Antigua, we came in number 6, the places. The other ones were a lot smaller, but it's still one of the safest places to go. You can go anywhere in the island. There's some places in the Caribbean where you can't travel. When you go, you have to stay in your hotel. It's really not safe for you to be out wandering around and doing things, but Antigua, you can go anywhere. And we have activities all throughout the year in Antigua. We offer Sailing Week, which runs like from the last week in April. It starts the end of April, goes into the first week of May. Beautiful, beautiful yachts. And if you're not a sailor and you just like to go and relax and watch all the, you know, the beautiful sails and everything, this would be a place and time to go to Antigua. Also, throughout the year, we offer fishing tournaments. They have sport fishing tournaments from June to September. We also have turtle watching from June to November. And I know at one of the particular hotels, like if you're staying there and you'd like to help the turtles get back to the water, all you have to do is let them know. They'll knock on your door. And even if it's in the middle of the night, you can get up and help the turtles get back to the water. So our cuisine is amazing as well. We have lots of 4- and 5-star Michelin chefs working on the island. We have Seafood Fridays, a pineapple mango festival. We have a seafood festival in November. Always something. Mostly all the local Antiguans, they normally do not cook on a Friday or a Saturday. They'll eat out. They'll go out on the street and you'll see people setting up their little tents with their food, and all the locals will come, and that's where they'll have their dinners, and they take 2 days off from cooking. So it really is a unique culture. You know, of course, you know, it's the mostly Caribbean. You can buy and British. There's a lot of British people that live there as well. You can buy citizenship in Antigua for $250,000 if you wanted to become an Antiguan citizen. Of course, we have lots of festivals and celebrations. Our carnival runs from the first Monday and Tuesday in August, and they have their Independence Day, where they became their own country, is on November 1st. And so we have lots and lots of places to stay for couples, families, villas. You know, they catered some, like I said, something for everybody in Antigua. So, you know, it's a great destination for you to keep in mind. And there again, amongst all, it's a safe destination. And you get that true old-fashioned Caribbean experience. We're also the home of the black pineapple. So some say they're sweeter than the ones in Hawaii, but you'd have to be judged for yourself. Our twin island destination is Barbuda. And Barbuda is a much smaller island, which was totally destroyed in the hurricane 7 years ago. And it's just been rebuilding now. There's only 2 hotels that are really open over there, but from Antigua, if you wanted to take a day trip, you could do the James Bond experience and go by helicopter. You can take the ferry over. It's about an hour and 15, 20 minutes, and it runs about $110 round trip, or you could fly over, which runs about $150 to $200 round trip for the day, and go experience, our spiny lobster. It's not coming up fast enough. Spiny lobster. We have the pink sand beaches, and we also have a frigate bird sanctuary. And there aren't many frigate bird sanctuaries left in the world. So there is something unique to offer in both our destinations. And of course, right now in Barbuda, they're building the Nobu restaurant. They're building a Nobu hotel, but the Nobu restaurant is now open, which Robert De Niro, if you notice him down there on the left, he is behind that project in Barbuda. And I'm just going to show you a few pictures of hotels, of the beautiful beach that you would pull up here, just like Fantasy Island, right in this little dot here. And you walk on, and they have 6 air-conditioned rooms, not air-conditioned beds, I'm sorry. The beds are air conditioned. I never saw anything like it before, but it's like you're laying on an air hockey table. The Barbuda cottages are the same. So I really just have, the rest is basically all hotels. See, and Sheila, I don't know if you want me to go through the hotels, because there's a lot of them, and I can just kind of like scroll through. I mean, does anyone have any questions for me? I don't know that I've really given you enough information. I mean, we have some great old churches you can go visit. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful experience, you know, for you or your family, multi-generation families traveling together. We have beautiful villas you can rent. It's a great selection for a vacation.
Is tourism the main industry
Yes, tourism is the main industry. They did grow some tobacco years and years and years and years way back when, but tourism is the main industry. Yes. And they operate on the Eastern Caribbean dollar. And when you travel there, all the prices and everything are in US dollars, unless you're in the supermarket, they're in Eastern Caribbean currency.
Is Antigua like a protectorate of the British Empire? I mean, how does that work? They're independent, but they're part of.
They're independent, but yes, but they're still under the Britain rule. No, they're not a protector. Actually, the British Royal Army comes. You see a ship every now and then coming in and out of Antigua. So a lot of the countries in the Caribbean, like Anguilla, Antigua, they're both British, but they operate independently, but it's still under the British rule.
I remember being there for business, probably back in the 1980s. And it was like such a big tease to be there working and being amongst such beauty. It was just horrible walking around in a suit.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Well, yeah, I was there for like 12 days for work, and I don't think I got to the beach. Maybe, I don't even think I was there for 20 minutes if I went at all.
Such a waste.
Yeah, but somebody's got to do it.
Exactly.
I mean, I just have beautiful, beautiful resorts. We have so many 4- and 5-star all-inclusive resorts. And if anybody watches Wheel of Fortune or any of those things, one or two of the hotels are always giving something away. But I'm just like scrolling through them. I mean, they're amazing. All large rooms, lots of good choices for your. I'm so used to talking to travel agents for your vacations.
Mm-hmm.
So. This is where the King and Queen of England stayed. They stayed here like 3 years ago. And the guy told me it was funny because Camilla would be swimming out in the ocean and there'd be a guard there with a gun on the beach, well, like guarding her while she went out for a swim every morning.
But it's a safe island is what I understand. It's very safe.
Yeah, I told you we just got voted one of the safest islands to travel to. This is a beautiful new villa spot that they just built. That's absolutely amazing.
Oh, wow.
Great families or multi-generation. If you want to take your grandkids, this would be a wonderful, your kids and your grandkids. And they actually have a 4-bedroom villa, which I think was absolutely amazing. It was like, I think $1,800 a night right now for 4 bedrooms, like up till like November 15th or December 1st, something like that. Really, really beautiful.
Is there a rainy season or?
There really isn't a rainy season in Antigua. I mean, like it rains a little bit in April and it rains like a little bit like October, November, but it's not like you're going to go there and get 7 days of rain. It's usually 84 degrees and with a small tropical wind. So it seems to be a little bit, like perfect weather.
And Antigua was not affected by the hurricanes?
No, which is very interesting because Barbuda got totally wiped out. It really was totally destroyed and it only is 27 miles away. And they just got some rain and wind, a little bit of damage, but hardly nothing compared to what happened to Barbuda. Was devastated.
What is the form of government for Antigua? I remember a president.
Well, they have a minister, prime minister, and a minister of tourism. Yes.
So it's a parliamentary system.
Yes, and they have their elections every 2 to 4 years. And what's interesting is if things are going well in the country, they can call the election for 2 days from now. Wow. Because everybody's going to vote for them again. So when things are good, they have their election and then everybody votes for them again. And then, yeah, they get elected that way. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
what is the history of the culture of Antigua and Barbuda? Where did the people come from originally, or is there an indigenous population?
Well, I mean, some of them came from Africa. You know, I mean, a lot of them came from Africa because, you know, they had slaves, and they called Devil's Bridge where the slaves would jump off because they wanted to escape. So they call it Devil's Bridge because that's where a lot of people died.
Mm.
You know, and there were a lot of people from Britain too came there as well. See, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's little, like if they're all, I know they're African American. They're not American. They're African, or they're Antiguan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the slaves came in from Africa because the English had it. Then the French, they fought the French, and then they beat the French.
Hmm.
And that's how they became British.
I see. So what, the colony?
Yes, the colony.
I remember one part of the island not being as developed as the other. Maybe it was closer to the center, but probably that's just because I was there a long time ago.
Well, you have to remember too, in the center of the island, that's where like the rainforest was or is. So it isn't there. There's a lot of country there too. You know, some people have cows and goats and things like that. So that is kind of like in the middle of the island.
How long is the airplane ride?
Well, if you can go nonstop, like from Newark, it's 4 hours and 10 minutes maybe. But from Washington, you have to change in Miami, so it takes you a little longer. So if you leave at like 7 in the morning, you get there, depending. I have been trying for probably the last 7 or 8 years to get nonstop flights from Baltimore, Washington, or Philadelphia. And actually, our leader of the U.S. team is actually, they're all in Chicago or somewhere talking about airlines lift right now. Years ago, there used to be nonstop flights from Philly, but if you can fly nonstop, it's a 4-hour flight from this area.
Okay. I got a question in the chat that says, how do the costs compare to U.S. beaches?
What do you mean the cost?
I'm assuming like if I were to plan a trip to
let me tell. Okay,
versus,
so yeah, yes. I'll tell you, a lot of times you can go here cheaper, or just as it's about the same, but it can be less expensive, and you can see your feet in the water when you're standing up to your waist. So it is, and that would be an all-inclusive because all your food and drinks would be included as well. So it is very comparable, if not a little bit less. And there again, depending where you stay, like this place here, Hermitage Bay, that's probably $12,000 a week for 2 people. Hammock Cove is probably around $10,000 a week for 2 people, including all your food and drinks. But there are some places, this one might be, depending what time of the year, you could go for $7,000. You know, I mean, I was looking at houses down the shore, so to speak, and you know, some of those houses that were, especially being a beachfront house, they're $10,000 to $15,000 for a week. This is a great little spot, and this one's about $5,000 for 2 people for a week. This is one of my favorite places. This is where sits on a 28 room, sits on a nice little cove of beach, and very British, still has afternoon tea. A lot of the hotels still have afternoon tea at 4 o'clock, and just a great little place to hang out. Any other questions? Remember, you could spend the whole year there because we do have 366 beaches.
It's a challenge I'd love to take you up on. I could do that. I've hogged a lot of the questions, so if anybody has a question, this would be a great time to ask. Other than where do we sign up and how quickly can we get to the airport?
How about it?
I'm ready.
Are you going to show us some more places or photographs of places?
Well, I only really have hotels because that's what I do. I mean, do you want to see more hotel pictures?
Oh, the hotels are beautiful. When we traveled across the United States, the hotels we stayed at were fantastic.
Well, sure. I love the United States of America. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, we were talking, like, it's hard to say, well, this hotel, I mean, if you're really interested in something, like I'm showing you pictures of the hotels, there's plenty to see. But that's really all I've gone through all the pictures of the hotels that I have.
Well, see, I'm handicapped and I can't travel anymore. So that's my way of traveling, is looking at virtual pictures. That's why I joined this group today.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining. I mean, this is a beautiful new hotel. This is one of my favorites, but I'm sure that you could get too a lot more beach pictures and stuff, because I know crazy people do beach stuff and see, beautiful beaches in the water on YouTube as well.
See, I'm in a wheelchair and I certainly can't travel to the beach. That's for sure. Although
Right.
my family takes me to Virginia Beach every year.
Well, that's really nice.
And they pull me in my wheelchair, but it's hard.
Yeah, well, I do know it. Well, in the Jersey Shore, I know they have actually wheelchairs for handicapped people that they transport you to and take you down to the beach as well. So that's nice that you can still get out. It's nice to have nice children. For sure.
Well, I only have one child, one daughter, but I have 4 grandsons.
Well, there you go.
You don't mind spending time with them, do you?
Exactly. Enjoy every minute of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know that there's an Expedia Antigua vacation travel guide on YouTube. If you wanted me to share that, I could with the group. But your hotel pictures make me want to go there. So
yeah, and well, I always suggest, if you're going to book a vacation, don't book it through Expedia, or if you're going to buy an airline ticket, don't buy it on Expedia or any of those sites. Go directly to the airline or use a travel agent. I don't care where they are. They know what they're doing. They qualify you. And if you have a problem, there's one person to call. And because when there's a hurricane coming or something like that, you call Expedia, you're on hold for 6 hours. And then what happens is they hang up on you, or no one wants to help you, or they just tell you no. And a travel agent knows ways to, if they're seasoned travel agents, they know ways to help you out in a much more efficient way and get it done quickly. And that goes with everything, because you establish a relationship with them. Then they know what you like, what you don't like. They can qualify you, for what's going to be best for you and your family.
I vaguely recall there was, I would call it a downtown area, I guess the office business district with the government buildings.
Yeah. It's called St. John's. St. John's is the capital of Antigua. There's lots of restaurants there. That's where all the cruise ships dock. And they actually have a little shopping called Heritage K there. And it's, but there's a lot of outlets and stuff there. And I'm like, well, if I want to go to the outlets, I can go to the outlets in Lancaster, or you can go to the outlets. Isn't there outlets in Washington or Virginia? But people go there, and and they also have a big straw market downtown. And there's also like a little shopping area at Nelson's Dockyard where they have like the vendors set up and everything as well. So
are there great things to buy there that you can't get anywhere else? I guess straw.
Hot sauce.
Hot
sauce. Yep. They don't export their rum, and there's hot sauce. No, there's no straw. I mean, you can't bring back like plants or anything into the United States. So, they have jewelry, supposedly like Diamonds International, like you would see in St. Thomas, and they're located throughout the Caribbean. I don't know if you're really getting a good deal, because I've never gone in to buy anything.
I like hot sauce. So Happy game.
There's one called Susie's Hot Sauce.
Oh,
Yeah. How perfect.
Yeah.
has anybody in this group ever been to Antigua? Other than Susan and Sheila? Any of our other participants?
You can either raise your hand on Zoom or just unmute yourselves and call out if you've been.
This is CJ. I've been to Antigua, but not to Barbuda.
Okay.
How long ago were you in Antigua?
It would be in the 80s with my family.
Oh, it's time for you to go back.
Absolutely.
I'm ready. It looks gorgeous.
And it is. And I guess, you know, when I go there, I'm working and I'm on all these beautiful resorts and I'm there for 1 or 2 nights and I'm still working. But, and you know how it is, like it's beautiful and you're blessed to be there. However, you can't take advantage of the situation because you're working.
Exactly. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but the fresh fish is so nice. You can eat fish all the time. It's just, it's good. It's all good.
It sounds like the produce has flavor, all of the fruit.
Oh, the mangoes are delicious. Well, they say that we're famous for our black pineapples and they say they're sweeter than Hawaii. So we'd have to really, I want to do a taste test against them. But
Definitely,
yes.
definitely.
Yeah, the pineapples are amazing.
Okay, do we have any other questions? This would be your chance. Okay, I guess not. I don't see anything in the chat either.
Okay, well, thank you. And if you guys have any questions, Sheila, we could all get in touch with her. She can always give you my email and reach out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Susan.